Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to pop on live and share one of my art journals that I just finished making. Baron's going to burn his face on this candle. All right, so this is a Dylusion's art journal, which a close friend gave to me for my birthday, I think, in 2016. So it's been a while to finish, but usually I'm working on many different projects at once, many different art journals, so they tend to take me a long time to fill up anyway. I just thought I'd take a quick gander through, and if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask, either now or if you're watching later. Hi, Janet. Sometimes I just experiment in them. This one was charcoal and acrylics. And this one used Dylusion inks and acrylics. This was a test for a paint party where I used acrylics. This one was inspired by Ivy Newport. And it uses charcoal and collage and photographs and just anything I could put in, so it's mixed media. So sometimes my pages in my art journals don't necessarily mean anything. They were just a play in colors. In this one, I did a bit of Lifebook in it, which is a class run by Tamara Laporte, and it has artists every week of the year. It's a really good course, Lifebook. This one was another one from Lifebook. This one was taught by Ivy Newport. Another Lifebook lesson. This one was one of my own, just experimenting again with inks and mandalas and acrylics and animals. I think this one was a Lifebook lesson from Donna Downey. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. There are two ways to live. One is if nothing is a miracle, and the other is as if everything's a miracle. These two, again, were Lifebook lessons from 2016, I think. Playing with watercolor on gesso. Watercolor. Acrylics. Mixed media. Here was a family portrait in owls. There's me with the brush. Kieran was really into hockey when I did this. He was a toddler then. And my husband is a gym instructor. And Les Mills is one of the big names, so that was his logo. Lifebook again. Playing with inks and stencils. Journaling and then covering it up. This was just a doodle that I did one morning. It's funny how when you draw something, you get an attachment to it. You have like a memory of doing it, even though it's years past. Some quotes in watercolors. Some butterfly studies. Another mixed media lesson. This one I was watching TV and trying to draw one of the characters from Suits. This was another lesson by Tamara Laporte from Willowing and Lifebook, where we did a drop of water. That was fun too. a selfie. This one has modeling paste on it and stencils, so it gets a really neat texture. Again, just studying with colors, inks and pastels. This was a lesson by the artist Jane Davenport. This one I used spray paints and really thick acrylics. Another mixed media. Used the flame to burn the edges. I really like the messy look of this. It was another lesson from Lifebook, and it's fun to take other people's tips and techniques and make it your own. Again, typically not a style that I would use, and another Lifebook lesson, but I really liked the delicateness of the flowers and putting it in. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to make, and I learned a lot about pencil crayons and shading in this one. This one was inspired by The Handless Maiden. I think it's a fairy tale, and I think it's in The Women Who Run with Wolves. But you would be able to find it other places too. You know, not everything has to turn out beautiful. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting things down. So again, just playing with faces and just writing what art does for me, I think was the purpose in this one. Sometimes it's just note-taking. Playing around on black backgrounds. I know when I started, I used to think my sketchbooks were so special that I couldn't ruin any of the pages in them, but I think that's why this one took me so long to create, because at the beginning everything had to be perfect, but then I started to loosen up and experiment, and I like the feel of the books when they're like that. You can see where you started and where you ended and the process that you went through. I think this one I was playing with some of the sparkly medium that I have. Some days you just need to get moving. I think I remember doing this one. I had Kieran beside me, and I didn't know what to do, but I hadn't created anything in a while, and I just needed to put something down, and even though it wouldn't be perfect, it was what I needed at that time. Some poppies. Lungs, heart. This one was 2017. I got my handprint and Kieran's handprint. This was my family portrait of feet. Peter, Kieran, myself, Rocky, and Baron. Baron, who's not taking the hint here. This is a drawing of my grandmother's teacup, and it shows up in a lot of my artwork. This one I was practicing for deer and playing with colors, and I think Baron was sitting in front of me, and I tried doing a quick sketch of him. Here I was practicing for owls. Another deer. This was preparing for Apothecary, which was a a big painting that I did, and one that I'm hoping to teach in the new year. So we had like a daily calendar, and we went through with prompts, and there was art journaling and canvas work and collage. Another mandala. Collaging and seeing what messages come out. There's a chapter in everyone's life that they don't read out loud. Make it count. And these are the two that just finished up the book. I've got Rocky and Baron. I promise to show up, and just a list of affirmations for a creative life that I posted in here. And that ends that journal. So I guess the main message is, you know, don't wait to fill up your journals, your notebooks, your art journals, whatever it is that you're working on. Just get in them and get messy. I got a friend here now. So I'm going to say goodbye for today. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, or about your own process, or what to do, just let me know, and I will do my best to answer you. All right, I'll talk to you later.